This video is about Quincy Jones. He's a record producer, musician, songwriter, composer, arranger, and film and television producer. His career spanned 70 years. His early music was mostly jazz, but over the years he has been involved in producing a number of music styles. He has also done work on many movie soundtracks. He's the only music producer who has the credit for producing the biggest selling album of all time. He was born 14th of March 1933 in the south side of Chicago, Illinois, USA. He was introduced to music by his mother, who always sang religious songs, and next-door neighbor Lucy Jackson, who recalled that after he heard her one day, she could not get him off her piano. While at high school, he developed his skills as a trumpet player and arranger and started playing with some of his classmates. At the age of 14, he introduced himself to 16-year-old Ray Charles after watching him play at the Black Elks Club. He cites Charles as an early inspiration for his own music career, noting that Charles overcame his blindness to achieve his musical goals. In 1951, he enrolled in what is now Berklee College of Music in Boston. There he played at Izzy All's Bar and Grill with Bunny Campbell and Preston Sandford, who he cites as important influences. He left his studies after receiving an offer to tour as a trumpeter, arranger, and pianist with band leader Lionel Hampton, and embarked on his professional career. On the road with Hampton, he displayed the gift for arranging songs. He moved to New York City, where he received freelance commissions, writing arrangements for Charles, who was by then a close friend, and for Sarah Vaughan, Dinah Washington, Count Basie, Duke Ellington, and Gene Krupa. In the 1960s, he worked as an arranger for Billy Eckstine, Ella Fitzgerald, Shirley Horn, Peggy Lee, Nana Mouskouri, Frank Sinatra, Sarah Vaughan, and Dinah Washington. He also did a number of solo recordings. He produced all 4 million selling singles for Leslie Gore during the early and mid-60s, including It's My Party, its sequel, Judy Stand to Cry, She's a Fool in 1963, and You Don't Own Me in 1964. He continued to produce for Gore until 1966, including the Greenwich Barry hits Look of Love and Maybe I Know. In 1973, he produced Aretha Franklin's album Hey Now Hey, The Other Side of the Sky, as well as her album Aretha's Jazz in 1984. In 1975, he founded Quest Productions, for which he arranged and produced successful albums by Frank Sinatra and others. In the late 70s to early 80s, he produced several albums for the Brothers Johnson, including Look Out for Number 1 in 1976, Ride on Time in 1977, Blam in 1978, Light Up the Night in 1980, and Blast in 1982. In 1978, while working on the film The Wiz, musical adaptation of The Wizard of Oz, starring Michael Jackson and Diana Ross, Michael asked Jones to recommend some producers for his upcoming solo album. Jones offered some names, but eventually offered to produce the record himself. Jackson accepted, and the resulting record, Off the Wall, sold about 20 million copies. This made Jones the most powerful record producer in the industry at the time. Jones and Jackson's next collaboration in 1982, Thriller, sold 85 million copies and became the highest-selling album of all time. The rise of MTV and the advent of music videos as promotional tools also contributed to Thriller's sales. He also produced the next Michael Jackson album, Bad, which sold 45 million copies. It was the last time they worked with each other. In 1982, he produced Donna Summer's album, Donna Summer. After the 1985 American Music Awards ceremony, he used his influence to draw most of the major American recording artists of the day into a studio to record the song We Are the World to raise money for the victims of famine in Ethiopia. When people marveled at his ability to make the collaboration work, he explained that he had taped a sign on the entrance reading, "Check your ego at the door." He was also quoted as saying, "We don't want to make a hunger record in tuxedos, requiring all participants to wear casual clothing in the studio." In 1988, he produced the album "Till I Loved You" for Barbra Streisand. In 2007, he produced the song "I Knew I Loved You" for Celine Dion. He has won too many awards for me to read out, so I've included most of them in the video. Just in Grammy Awards, he has had 80 nominations and won 28. Please pause the video if you want to read the list of awards I have for him, which although long is incomplete. He has also received many honorary doctorates and other acknowledgements of his work.